Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2 of the WePlay Dota 2 League. We're here in Season 2 with a bigger list of teams, a bigger prize pool of $25,000. And here we are in Group A with MouzSports, the MouzQuanticFlip side trio, up against Team Kaipi. Game number 1, well, Kaipi played a bit of Turtle Dota. Unfortunately, they could only turtle for so long. MouzSports, they ended up overcoming them with power. And after some pre-game banter, I've got to say they've got to be feeling pretty good about themselves. I'm Gods from Beyond the Summit. Joining me will be Luminous. And Kaipi already starting Game 2 draft off with something a bit different here. Very early Bane pick, in fact. They get to go into the Visage Gyrocopter. As for MouzQuanticFlip side, Lumi and I kind of talked about them. They love to go for sort of shenanigans. They like to pick these sort of OD-type heroes. They Treant Protector. We've seen them run Abaddon as well. Abaddon not picked up as of yet, but what's better than Treant plus Batrider? Treant plus Batrider plus Abaddon, all in one. Luminous.
Don't forget that OD.
OD banned out, unfortunately. But Abaddon is actually still in the pool. Or Abaddon, since it's a French team.
It is a French team.
Got to use the French pronunciation. The Abaddon is still a viable option. And Mouz have run this hero a couple of times, so if they want to go just super annoying, how do you kill our heroes kind of draft? You have Treant, you have that guy.
That guy.
That guy.
I guess Abaddon is... I'm sort of convinced about the hero. I'm like Gots on... I have the same stance as you.
I'm undecided.
I have the same stance as you on Tree as I do on Abaddon.
What's that?
I think the hero is a sketch.
Okay, sketch.
Yeah.
So you're not sure if they're viable. We go Shadow Demon, actually.
So no Abaddon.
Very early Shadow Demon. The other hero we haven't seen... Well, we're not going to get to see this game. It's the Weaver, which Sox played ridiculously well, helping his team out last game. And Kaipi going to go back to the Eternal Envy Gyrocopter. Could be a safe lane farmer. At the same time, they want to go offensive trial lane. Still an option for them. I like what effing Man has done. Ban out the Naga Siren. Don't give Kaipi any opportunities to use this in their wombo combo.
Yeah, so far we also don't see a off-lane hero being picked out here. Nature's Prophet, Darkseer, Timbersaw, these are some of the ban that one. Clockwork's still here, and that's one of his Bones hero. Works fairly well with things like Call Down and Flat Cannon. At the same time, Shadow Demon is a pretty good preemptive pick against a Clockwork.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so if you're expecting the Clockwork to come out, and with Nature's Prophet banned out as well, definitely one of the more viable offlane heroes in the pool. But the alternative is you go safe lane Gyrocopter, offensive trial lane, and this actually looks like a Bone 7 Gyro. You put Envy as your safe lane lifestealer. Alternatively, you put Envy on Gyro and do the Bone 7 lifesteal as an offensive trial lane.
I think they've done that more in the past, and in fact, they don't even go offensive trial lane with it. They just say, lifestealer, you go in the jungle, and then you smoke gank with the support early on. So that's generally what Kaipi does, although if they want to switch it up, you can do it against this particular lineup. Treant Protector and Shadow Demon, not exactly the most powerful laners in the actual lane. Though Living Armor is going to be very annoying for anybody to deal against.
Yep, that's for their last hero going to be Sing Sing's hero. We don't see what the Beaver Knight is going to be playing just yet, but he's got a big repertoire. I don't feel like you need to sort of start picking his hero right off the bat early on in the draft. It's better to pick up these strong tier 1 supports, which we see with the Bane Visage. Actually, it's surprising that they first pick a Bane here. Yeah,
it's a hero that Kaipi have loved to use many, many times in the past.
Yeah.
But they've comboed things like with Veno and Ursa when Eternal Envy was on his Ursa streak then. So, yeah, I'm not particularly too sure. I mean,
I guess with the Kunkka, it fits in quite nicely.
I mean, Kunkka's in the pool right now.
You're not going to be laning together, but just even later on if Kunkka looks to rotate. Or I guess you could lane together if you want to go dual lane in mid as well as in your safe lane, but...
Yeah, the cool thing about Bane is one of those heroes that he doesn't have too much AoE crowd control, but as a support, he has a big target on his head, simply for the fact that he could disable half of your team. And if you're trying to target a Bane, you're leaving Gyro, Lifestealer, these are the more dangerous hero roaming around to get these kills. But MouzSports got themselves a very, very strong double roaming combo if they want to go for it. Shadow Demon, Leshrac, but I think we're going to see Leshrac being played on a more carry role. First time in a long time. Last time we seen it, it was like Yamate back in TI2.
Yeah.
I don't remember any time in between that was seen Leshrac being played on
the
carry.
alternative is you do your farming Treant, which is sketch.
Which is...
But that was how teams initially used him. They'd go offensive trialing with Treant Protector farming.
That was some LG and Brax.
How do you last hit against 80 base damage? I've seen Loader do it as well, not just LGDN. Loader played Treant Protector.
Did Alliance win that game?
I believe so.
Okay.
He went like a Necrobook or something. Doesn't count because nothing counts when it's Alliance. They just win regardless.
I remember watching like some of Navi's win rate. It's like, oh, you have a win rate with Bloodseeker. Who won that game? Oh, it's Navi. It doesn't count.
Dude, Navi lost with Bloodseeker yesterday. They got Power Rangered.
They got Power Ranger.
They lost to a team called Power Rangers.
I mean, they're trying out Bloodseeker. What do you expect?
It was a legit counter to like a Timbersaw and a Storm or something, but not.
No.
It was a not so legit counter. Let's
No,
just
it's
say.
not a legit counter. It's Bloodseeker.
Yeah.
Well, Puck's gonna be the last pick up here. I think Sing Sing's Puck was. I feel like when you have Sing Sing on a lot of his solo mid hero, he's never really dominant, but he's always there. Aside from his Kunga. His Kunga is nothing short of dominance.
Yep.
So he is. Ooh. What are we looking at here?
A offlane Treant Protector.
A diving PA with living armor? Is this?
I think Mad gonna be. It's Miggle on Leshrac, so it will be the farming Leshrac. The question is, where does he get farm and levels if you need to support your PA? This will be interesting to see how they lane this. We've seen Miggle. What was the last time they had a Treant Protector? Miggle played a solo offlane Bane.
I think you go dual lane Mania Miggle with the SC Leshrac off lane.
And Treant Protector PA save.
Yeah, and the Treant Protector just pulls.
At the same time, if you're up against offensive tri lane, say goodbye to that bottom lane.
No, PA could actually last it with Stifling Dagger.
Yeah. You can also get dived in the... Well, you might get dived.
You got Blink Strike and Living Armor.
Treant might die, I guess, is the...
Treant is not seen, he's pulling.
You've got everything figured out.
I do.
We'll see how things unravel here for the MouzQuanticFlip side trio. They're playing over on the Radiant side. They won game 1. They're looking to bounce back in Group A. They've only actually lost one game, as I say that. But Kaipi have lost their first now. It's going to be Kalevra or Sokska playing the Phantom Assassin. We're going to have the Leshrac actually going bottom lane is being played by Miggle. We're going to have Shadow Demon being played by Mania. It's going to be Treant Protector
No, they swapped.
solo mid.
They swapped.
Sorry, yeah.
They
What am I
swapped.
talking about? Miggle on Treant Protector mid.
Okay.
And Fata playing the off-lane Batrider. So it will be an off-lane.
Unexpected. Unexpected. So Puck versus Treant Protector. You gotta give it to the tree, right? I mean, Puck is expected to go against Bat, but Bat's gonna going up top, and Bat is gonna have himself, I want to say a fairly easy lane, but is it an easy lane? Because Envy, no, it is. What the hell is Kaipi's lane? They're gonna just show Bone 7. Or is it gonna be your Lifestealer Bane dual off lane?
Yeah, this is some metagame shit going on right now, Lumi.
It's metagame because nobody knows what's going on. Envy's gonna grab that haste, and
This game is just so meta.
it's offensive try, okay, involving the Lifestealer. That's pretty old school, but haven't seen an offensive try involving a Lifestealer actually work for a while either. So
I think it works okay. Obviously not as strong without the long range at level 1 open wounds. You have to kind of level it up if you're going to go for kills, but we'll see Shadow Demon Leshrac on the other side. And they can't go on Lifesteal because you can rage after the disruption, but these other heroes, viable target.
Oh, there we go. Immediate disrupt into Slurf. We're going to see a Stifling Dagger to follow through. And they're going to go right on effing Matt, but of course Living Armor is going to come through. You're not going to get anything done. Meanwhile, AI 2000 will survive that one. Oh, it's actually Brainsap dropping low. Couple more right clicks. Living Armor or not, they are going to get the kill. In fact, they're going to fight Sock right under his creep wave. We do have AI coming right back. Mania probably going to eat the second Living Armor. He's going to eat a lot of right clicks. That's what he's going to eat. So First Blood actually...
I think they
against Living Armor.
overestimated their actual damage output at level 1. Especially going to Visage, because the big way you kill a level 1 hero is that you've got to be faster than them, but Visage just turns around, drops a Grave Chill, and you can't actually keep up with him to do enough damage. You don't have if you have a level 2 PA, you have your dagger as well as Blink Strike, maybe you can, but with the way they're just level 1, in this level 1 fight, they're not going to win it.
Oh, back in the mid lane, look at the CS difference. Puck's got 7 and 3, and Tree it's got 2 and 1. Last time I flamed a Tree for missing last hits. Loda flamed me on Twitter, so I can't say anything now, but I'll let the numbers speak for itself.
Oh, we're going to see... Yeah, Miggle's going to catch up a little bit now. He's up to 5. So Sing Sing Dota going on at mid lane, playing one of his best heroes, the Puck. As I think the Radiant team realized that bottom lane, they need to just look to use these pools. They can't try and take fights, especially now they've given up a First Blood. And First Blood to a Bane, so Bane looks like no boots, no magic stick, just going to upgrade the career right off the bat.
Sing Sing still continue to work on this mid lane. Meanwhile, Eternal Envy up top, going for a very interesting skill build, just maxing the flak, going nothing but flak, skipping the rocket barrage in fact. So I guess his way to deal with this lane is just flak the hell out of this lane, keep pushing out, do not let Batrider dive, dropping even the rocket barrage to even chase away the Batrider. It's the gyrocopter zoning away the Batrider, believe it or not.
Yeah, this is started off pretty well for Eternal Envy. The lane will push out a bit now, and I imagine do we see something like a bottle on the Batrider just to give him some more mana to help him win this lane?
I mean, we saw it yesterday when it was a Bat versus a Doombringer. It was a Doombringer that won because he was just good at surviving, and Envy is surviving by pushing everybody back. I'm not sure if the bottle would actually matter. He's got the boots on the Bat as well over Gyro, and he still can't make the kill because of damn Rocket Barrage, or Homing Missile.
Yeah. The second point in Homing Missile! Envy! This game is just too meta for us.
To quote you, this is some metagame shit going on right now. Back in the mid lane, Migo being harassed down by Sing Sing. Sing Sing is going to phase through some of the damage coming out, but the right clicks, the tree stomps, doing some big deeps.
Alright, well, it's still Sing Sing winning the CS battle, at least for the time being, in this 1v1 mid. He did bring out a Null Talisman, despite just starting with the Magic Stick, and he actually gets a decent amount of Magic Stick charges, because he's using that Living Armor on himself and on the side lanes whenever possible.
Yeah, the Living Armor is a big component of this Mouseboard lineup here. It looks like Living Armor being dropped on the top lane. I really like the small thing that Valve adds to this. Living Armor, if he's casting on the top lane, the tree faces top lane to cast it.
Yeah, you know where he's going. It's similar like where you Prophet's TPing out of a lane. You know if he's not TPing the Fountain because he faces the direction he's TPing.
Yeah, it's like a small, nice touch.
Yeah.
And I think Kaipi on this off lane, they're going to just farm, right? They're not looking to get any kills, and in fact, the Radiant...
Orb Venom on Lifestealer, maybe.
Maybe. Just adding in a little...
It just makes it harder for... if PA goes into last hit, you harass him a lot harder.
I think if they want to go for kills, they have to communicate very well with Puck on the mid lane. Hey, did he use Living Armor? Where did he use it on? If it's going to be, for example, on the mid or top lane, then maybe they go for that kill.
Yep. Well, DD room picked up by Miggle, and if he didn't hit hard enough already...
I'm going to watch him, and if I miss last hit, or if he missed last hits...
100.
If he missed last hits, even Loda can't play me. Just saying.
Yep. Well, Living Armor goes towards the top lane on the Batrider. Help him out against Envy. Envy has got a point in Rocket Barrage all of a sudden. Why did he deviate from the homing missile skill build?
You gotta show him 1 point, man. Make me think that you got 3. Because he doesn't know what point you have. Next level meta. You don't know? I don't know either.
We as casters do not know. I wish it was like mystery skill points. Mystery spells being casted. Casters need Fog of War themselves.
I really like sometimes like when a player clearly makes a mistake, and you know most casters are PC. They're not like Luminous, and they defend like, oh yeah, no, he probably is like
Disruption bottom lane.
No, you could just say that they fucked up. You know?
Left
Trying to fight his other way out there. This is properly low. Stifling Dagger. He's juking, he's fogging, but Stifling Dagger is gonna do the job. Meanwhile, on the right side, looks like we did trade a Leshrac.
The timing of that Leshrac stun was just perfect, Lumi.
Sometimes they just fuck up, you know? They're human. We understand. No, nobody's judging. Alright. Mago still CSing on the mid lane.
Well, more Stifling Daggers just being thrown at bottom.
Mago's losing by...
Disruption bottom, Leshrac stun. This one's going to land. AUI 2000 is going to get blown up.
And here, and Bone 7, low bit trouble, uses some rage. You could chase him with the Stifling Dagger.
Dagger, blink.
Bam.
Don't even need blink.
Pure damage in the face. This trialing is done, though. Kaipi time to rotate. But look at the mid lane. Look at the CS difference. 35 to 15. With 104 base damage.
You take a lot of damage from Harass. Treant actually does not have very high armor.
But he's got 104 base damage. Lola, where you at? Tell me. Make me understand.
Look, Bloomy, we'll do some 1v1s. I'm going to defend
one.
Miggle here and say this is lane is not as easy as you make it sound for Treant.
I don't think a true 1v1 actually shows that, because a true 1v1, he'll just keep using living armor on himself. But he's been forced to use a lot of living armor. But he's just flat out missing CS under the tower as well.
Yeah, Puck's forcing him to last hit a lot under his tower. Well, he's bottle crowing, so that should sustain his HP and mana here. He doesn't really have to worry about getting harassed. But yeah, Puck just dominating that CS matchup. Miggle, say what you want about the guy. Not having a good game right now.
I'm not going to say anything more. Let the game speak for itself. Batrider by the top, by the way, top lane. He's got haste ring, so turn around all of a sudden and go over AUI, but doesn't have any backup. Look towards a support TP coming in from a Mouseboard lineup. But this is a fairly okay game for Sing Sing on the mid lane. Nobody really going to kill him. Really like to Well, we do see...
Here's the rotation
Bane.
mid.
Here comes the Dream Coil on top, and Migo says, say it ain't so. He's going to break the coil, bring sap, right clicks. He's going to Living Armor himself, and Overgrowth. You cannot attack out of that one. Here comes the Smurf on top. No, it was a Lightning, and he's going to be absolutely fine. Rotation coming, and that's a haste at Fata. He wants Pie Like That. No, he wants Sing Sing. Dragon Bag, and it's the big slaps. Migo. Oh, the joints?
Nope.
No.
There was no getting away from that one. That was a smart kill to go for a puck. The more important kill there at the mid lane of those three. And Treant Protector, well, that was some good plays from him. He got everything off he needed to. The Overgrowth to buy time. Even that Leech Seed onto Sing Sing gave him like another 200-ish HP, and he just survives it.
Yeah, a lot of times these early game ganks, you barely have enough damage to make the kill. And when you get to cast multiple heals off like that, then it becomes a lot more difficult. So, once again, we're going to look to Eternal MVF on the top lane here, 39 CS. What is he exactly going for? A quick BKB, you think? Or we're going to see maybe an earlier Manta?
He likes the fast helm of the Dominator, generally.
Okay.
That's what EE does, at least.
I think this game you're somewhat forced to get a Manta style because of the Overgrowth. If you're forced to BKB out of that Overgrowth every time, your BKB charge is going to be dwindled quite a bit. Of course, a tree could always wait for your BKB activation and then Overgrowth you. So you're kind of stuck. I think there is going to be a Manta style somewhere down the line.
Okay. We'll see where Envy looks to go with this iron build. There's 3 heroes ganking him out of top.
Oh, Disruption.
TPs, are they going to come in time? There's a Visage, but there's no puck. There's no one here who can actually save him. And AUI 2000 pokes his head up where he shouldn't. He may just get chased down here. I don't know why he was trying to go in and help.
Lane break. It's going to toss him back. And yep, AUI is going to drop here.
He's Dunzo.
That is the correct usage of Dunzo.
Right.
I mean, we forgot how strong the double roaming of SC Leshrac is. Meanwhile, back in the bot lane here, they are going to get a PA kill. Nice setup here, and more importantly, Bane Elemental hits level 6. He needs that brain sap big badly, because he needs to gank his way back for his allies. Now, one thing to be said is that Living Armor is fairly good against the just actual damage of the Fiend's Grip, because the damage comes in small instances, and you know the Living Armor will block most of it.
Yeah, well, PA Death isn't really the end of the world for MouzQuanticFlip, but they're getting a lot of space on Fat. Is this going to be another kill on Envy? They've got Lasso. Homing Missile. Is it going to actually matter here? They need the Leshrac stun. Maybe Leshrac not in range. Cooldown going to come.
That Disruption, everything actually saving. The Soul Assumption is going to come through. Where's the Soul Assumption? Nothing just yet. They are going to just right-click him down. Still having a Soul Assumption. It's going to fly through to effing mad. And I think Mania perhaps misplay over there.
Bad is stuck. He's got no TP.
The Orb's going to find him.
Did that actually scout him? Yep,
yes,
they're
it does. And Gift Sight.
Tango through? Oh, they've got scout. Who needs Sengo? Oh. I'm not sure how they have vision.
This is so awkward.
Oh, a lot of damage block.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a Fiend's Grip was.
He's Gonski. That's the new Dunzo, Gonski.
That's too much. Too much, God. Please stop.
Gonskis.
Please stop. Migo rotating around. He's got 100 or 1,000.
T1 tower bottom's going to go down though. All that attention top lane created enough space for this PA to get a T1 tower.
And he's going to get that last hit there. He still haven't even used a salve in lane, so that's pretty good.
Well, he died once, so it's not like it's not like you're getting that 100 gold back.
You can't even sell it because it's Manias.
Well.
Man, sad lives. Ooh, D-ward happening here.
Well, we're 6 kills apiece here. This is the score we're at 35 minutes into the last game, so we're doing a lot better than last game.
Tune in later. Tune 25 minutes later when there's more kills.
No. This is no PL profit game. We're looking at a much more, at least early game, high-paced game.
Yeah, that definitely is true. Migo is going to be farming for quick arcane boots. The one
Expect
thing that
a mech, I guess, from him.
Yeah, mech and perhaps Necrobook. The one thing that I always want to see is if you have a very farm tree, what item does he actually get? Some trees like to go for things like Force Staff and Blink Dagger just to initiate.
Yeah. And
some trees like to go play a little bit more like real utility, like the mech, drums, arcane, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Basically being an aura, moving aura / moving fountain. Get the arcane, the mech, the pipe, the Vlads, whatever you need. The Vlads will help out the PA a lot. All these auras can help out, and we do see PA going straight for a BKB, so no Vlad's rush, as we've seen some PAs do in the past couple days.
Mm-hmm. Quick blink out here by Fata. If Fiend's Grip went off, that would have been a fairly easy kill with the 2 from their birds joining in.
The other item you can get if you want to really be aggressive on Trina is the Blink Dagger.
Yeah. I personally prefer Force Staff a little bit more to give you a little bit of better mana pool, and you still get the decent ultimates. But you know, Blink Dagger is definitely where it's at as well. Looks like Dream Coil is going to be used on the bot lane. It's going to be trying to get a TP out. If you do enough damage, the coil will break. But a very, very important living armor being dropped, blocking a ton of that spell damage. Back in the middle here, we see a Nightmare being toggled. Back and forth they go. Do we have a Fiend's Grip? Yes, we do. Mania is going to get bursted down. Overgrowth's going to get used up. Highlight that dropping low. I heard a call down. I'm not sure where it was. And here comes Eternal Envy. No, call down wasn't used. Now it's going to be used. Clever gets bursted down. Mega with a double damage. He's going to be running away. Do we have any more slows? Grave Chill coming off cooldown. Couple more seconds. Doesn't have the range. The Splurf's going to hit. And Mego still dropping low. The Burr hit not going to be enough to actually get the kill. And full retreat of Kaipi. Still 2-1 trade favoring them, but they drew all 5 there.
Yeah, they drew all 5. It's a PA kill, though, nonetheless, so definitely worth the trade. And it was pretty much the entire MouzQuanticFlip side team there as 5 as well. Both teams grouping up in the mid lane. Puck had already used his Dream Coil in the river, so they were missing that Kaipi, otherwise they maybe chase, get an extra kill, but they come out on top. They nudge themselves up a little bit more, get this gold graph closer back to even. This is 13 minutes in, and neither team has started to pull away just yet.
And who do you think this favors? Do you think this favors the PA as a more of a mid to late game semi carry, or perhaps a hard carry of Gyro, who does not rely on those RNGs?
I don't feel like either carry is actually doing that well right now. I feel that the Radiant team have this Batrider having a large impact going for them, and as for Dire, well, it's going to come down to this Batrider versus Puck initiation. Who's going to be doing better? And I think Radiant team have a slight advantage just because they do have the Treant ultimate as well as Living Armor to provide additional support should they need it in these clashes.
At the same time, though, we have really great single target focus coming up for Soul Assumption and Fiend's Grip. So Kaipi, if they want to focus down on a particular hero like Phantom Assassin, which is something we haven't really talked about too much, a lot of damage from Mouseport is coming just from that PA in late game at least. So if you Fiend's Grip him, if you kind of burst him down with Soul Assumption, that is big trouble for MouzQuanticFlip side. So they want to at least take control of the game before we get into that stage.
Yeah, and once PA gets the BKB, it is going to be a lot better against that single target. Pylai Die caught out at top, and this is where Radiant team are just using their map control.
Buyback. They want to take a team fight. They have down a couple of ultimate. Koyo is going to come down here and it's going to do a ton of damage. There's going to be an overgrowth being used right now, but Migo's on the run. Here comes the open when the grip goes on effing Mad, and effing Mad eventually he's going to be going down as well. No!
Migo survived. He TP'd out.
Back home.
He tried to infest to do a bit of extra damage, but the TP came out the millisecond before the infest damage was there, and Mouse still lose heavily there. The buyback from Bane, well worth it.
2 for 1 and a buyback. Okay for both teams, but the fact that Envy was there to get a lot of the assist go and perhaps a kill or two, that was definitely good. And of course, Sing Sing, after that, he's going to have his Blink Dagger in just about one creep kill. So very, very good win for Kaipi.
Yep, and Envy does show what he wants to be going for. It's going to be that Helm of the Dominated build, which he loves to do.
He loves it, yeah.
He loves to just try and farm as much as possible towards the late game, be as efficient as possible. He's going to start stacking right now. Gets the first stack, and we'll have plenty more to come, I'm sure.
In this game, it is going to be good against the physical damage of Phantom Assassin. He's got to be very careful, because Phantom Assassin could just phase up here, Stifling and Blink.
That's why he's using the ultimate to farm.
Just drop it and back off. It does have a very low cooldown where you could spend it like that. Back in the top lane here, it's going to Blink, initiation here, Pylai Die. Nightmares? Did he Nightmare the Bat? I'm not sure who he Nightmare. I think he might be Nightmare himself, but looks like he's going to just be able to walk his way out of there.
Yeah, backup coming in the form of the Visage. AUI 2000 lurking around this top lane, trying to find some more kills going the way of Kaipi. They're up 10 kills to 8, and Sing Sing with the Blink Dagger coming on out. This is where we see a level 2 Coil, level 11 Puck, and plays can start happening from this guy.
Yeah, and Fata, he doesn't have his impact this game, as big of an impact as he normally has. He's generally your captain in terms of signaling ganks and whatnot. He's been definitely involved. 3-2, 3-1 and 2 is the score, but I'm generally very accustomed to Fata kind of dominating a game. And so far, he's doing well, but not dominating.
Here come the Infest gank coming out. Lifesteal goes inside the Puck, and Sing Sing going to go maybe venture towards this Radiant jungle. They're smoked up. They're going on through. They could leave Envy mid if he wants to keep on farming, but it looks like he wants to come as well. His cooldowns in these team fights have done a lot of damage.
Batrider scouts out, and here's some Blink Silence. Coil's going to get dropped here, and Batrider should be dead. Soul Assumption is going to pierce through the Living Armor. Effing Matt is going to try to TP out. He doesn't have a TP. Oh, he is in huge trouble.
Yeah. Soul Assumption with a couple familiar attacks. They get 2 more kills going their way, Kaipi. And with this, they should really start looking to pressure towers, because they want to fight as soon as possible, because they don't want to wait out for this PA to get BKB, because at that point, MouzQuantic, they're going to be, they'll have a lot of a better chance to not just crumble to this single target physical and magic damage coming out from Soul Assumption as well as Lifestealer, Gyrocopter as well.
Bone 7, in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be on the top on his way out, so no big deal. I mean, are you saying that once BKB is up on MouzQuart, you think Kaipi's in trouble, or is it...
I don't think they're in trouble, but I think it gets so much easier for the Radiant team to actually fight.
Yeah, they could just BKB blink in, and suddenly PA is a hero that you have to focus on the front line. And of course, you do have a Fiend's Grip, but at the same time, there's many ways for them to cancel that Fiend's Grip. Overgrowth, a Flame Break from long range, so... Here comes the Batrider flying in from the sides. They are going to secure themselves a tier 1 tower, perhaps. The mech's almost up on the Shrek as well, or somebody had a mech. Treant is almost going to have the mech finish, and that's going to be a big one to sustain that push. If they have BKB on PA and mech finish on a tree at the same time, they could start looking to take a huge amount of team fights.
Well, the BKB is now Treant protected, just another 400 or 500 gold away from his mech, and like you said, then you go towards the team fights. It is still possible for Kaipi to easily come out on top, because it's just one hero with BKB. If you land a coil, call down on the rest of the team, it's still over for MouzQuart, so they need to be still very, very cautious as far as their positioning goes.
A stack comes here from Eternal Envy, going to be using Flat Cannon to clean it through. No wards here on this time to scout it out, and no backstab relocate gang. Last time it was very, very tough for Envy to deal with that, but here comes yet another smoke gang, yet another Lifestealer bomb. This ward not scouting out our target just yet, but Calevra might have to be forced to use a BKB to make it out alive.
That's going to be worth it if he survives, but that's a big if. If he doesn't survive this, it's big trouble.
Script. They need Fiend's Grip. Blink, silence. The BKB wants to fight his way out of there. And can Paladai get in range of that grip? I think they really need to wait Paladai. Here comes Mania. Do you make that dive? Stifling Dagger is going to slow it down. They still see Mania. More TPs come, and time to back the hell out. Here comes the PA as well. The slow goes on Paladai. Paladai needs a little bit of HP, but Flaming Lasso is going to drag him by. Paladai is going to flat out die here.
Yeah, if they wanted to dive under that tower, they needed the Gyrocopter Cauldron as well to provide additional support. It wasn't there. Envy just trying to apply some pressure at mid lane. Going to force a TP, but they lose a Bane. Could have been worse for them. But even so, that it's still they're just wasting valuable time, which is Mouse using it to farm and be a lot more efficient. Whereas Kaipi grouped up as 4 smoke gank. That's their second smoke gank in a row and not achieving a whole lot.
Yeah, to me, well, they got the Batrider and the Leshrac a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
They weren't able to get a tier 1, unfortunately, but I feel like that smoke gank, after the smoke broke, they should realize perhaps PA's jungling. Sure, you can't really, you can't count on them knowing that there's a BKB, but if the BKB gank fails, you just tell yourself, hey, we forced out BKB charge, it's a 10-second one, we'll back off, but despite of that, they dove the tower, and I think that's really where the mistake came in, and they lost a Paladai as a result.
Yep, well, Sock's back to farming at this top lane. He's up to level 11 here, which is... I think the big thing about PA is even just going for a BKB build, you still do decent damage in teamfights without any sort of damage. We saw Envy go straight for the Battle Fury yesterday on PA, but even just, pure survivability, crits alone, and just some Stifling Dagger spam, you're actually doing okay damage.
That face boot adds a ton to his coup de grace, so it's okay. And of course, let's not forget that BKB does give you plus 24 damage, I believe. Yeah, plus 24. So it's not a bad damage item, if you will. But here comes Sing Sing and the Lifestealer once again. I like the fact that they're being very active with this combo. And let's see if they can find a little bit more. You want to go on the tree, but the tower's already dead. Do they make the jump? No, it looks like the push is going to keep on coming. Effing Mad exposing himself in the front line quite a bit. That's dangerous, because here comes Sing Sing. Silence Coil onto 2. They're going to focus on Effing Mad, but Flaming Lasso on the back line onto Eternal Envy. He's dragging low, and looks like the grip goes on. Can he lifesteal his way back? Eternal Envy still on the run. He's going to go down regardless. Nobody focusing on Envy. He finally dies to the blink strike of a PA, and that's a big win. Or is it? Looks like there's going to be 1 kill. 2 for 1 trade so far here. PA still very, very tanky. BKB is down. Tree tries to TP, cancels it immediately, and Migo should be dead.
Yeah, Migo's not going to find a way. Double Soul Assumption ends his life. They lose Envy, but they get 3 for it, as Bone 7 getting fairly low as well himself, but... You can see Kaipi just with the stronger sort of mid-game composition, it seems, and that's the puck gets the initiation off, and that blink silence onto 2 heroes didn't really do a whole lot, because Treant immediately drops the ultimate, locks Lifestealer in place, but even with a Treant ultimate hitting the puck and the Lifestealer initiate and slowing them down, Mouse just don't have enough follow-up damage.
Yeah, it was a really, really nice zone of an ultimate. Sure, you got the ultimate onto the 2 or 3 heroes, but the real focus on that team fight was Eternal Envy, and half the team couldn't get to Envy. So Batrider and PA was trying to kill Envy by himself, which was fairly tanky thanks to the helm with the plus armor. I guess he hoped he would have had the Ogre Club. But at the same time, we had Kaipi having, to me, better focus on the rest of the MouzQuart lineup, and that's why Kaipi came out ahead.
Yeah, definitely agree. As we will see, neither team has sort of made a play for Roshan. I say neither team, but Kaipi's the one who maybe could, being on the dire side. But you can see they don't have any map control. They haven't actually managed to push a single tower partly with Treant Protector being able
Money
to heal
back.
up all these towers.
The money back meta.
Yeah. We saw this last game, but last game they were also playing from behind. This game, they're at least on equal footings with Mouse Sports, and I'd say slightly ahead. And these money bags, these towers, are going to accumulate at some point in this game, and that's when Kaipi really kick off.
I mean, to be fair, Kaipi pushed a lot better last game, or had heroes that could push a lot better.
Yeah.
This game, not so much. We're going to see Sock pushing on the bot lane a little bit, and you can see that Bat Rider is just looking for some. His initiation has been on key. Looks like the two heroes will meet up. And if you drag, and here we go, Haste. That's his Mask of Madness.
Yeah, perfectly timed split earth. They blow him up. They bring down the puck. Lifesteal are forced to come out. Can they overgrow things? Yes, they can. Bone 7 going to take a fall as well. And with a blink of an eye, Mouse Sports suddenly find themselves in a great position. They're going to maybe kill these familiars as well. It looks like AUI 2000.
Just resummon.
It's on cooldown.
Oh, no.
He just resummoned them. 2 minutes with no birds. 2 key heroes dead. Tier 2 tower at least going to take a fall, and then we could see either pressure onto the Tier 3 or possibly just a Roshan going the way of this Radiant team.
I think you go for the Roshan. Without the burst speed of Scout, yeah. Without Sing Sing having Blink, Infest's going to be down for quite a bit as well. Kaipi just can't take this defense. Or you could do this. Take their stack.
Oh, man.
Say it ain't so.
Well, I don't know if this is Envy showing some mercy. I think this is more just Mouse Sports saying, who do you think you are, Ii-sama?
There was a lot of that being said in the pregame. But,
it's where Kaipi really shine. Lobby Dota.
They want to shine in actual Dota, which so far not too much shine.
The full stack not dealt with, but we do see a blink out by the PA, just trying to be safe. And Kaipi thought they were Roshing there. They scout the Roshan, they throw some nukes, they quickly realize, oh, they weren't actually Roshan. What were they doing? And when they find out this ancient stack is missing, they're going to be pretty unhappy campers.
Sad. Ooh, this is a very, very important creep to keep around for Eternal Envy. Ogre Frostmage will cut down on PA's damage output by a lot.
Yeah.
The plus armor is nice.
I feel up until now, though, it hasn't been physical damage which has killed him. It's been all the magic burst damage. But he's going to BKB soon.
Yeah, the last team fight has been the physical, because the PA was just in a 1v1 straight up against him, so... We'll see. Here comes a Bat Rider. Again, this Bat Rider has just been effective in finding these lassos.
Interesting. It does Invis and Firefly at the same time, so Invis not going to be getting full value from that. Although he may just stay Invis and do some scouting. No, he's going to just drag these neutral creeps as well. So we see the Radiant team MouzQuanticFlip side / eHome. Just look to just keep getting as much control as possible. It's going to be a Vlad's pickup coming out from Miggle on the Treant Protector. So there's more auras, more just general support and utility coming out from him. Anything to help out the PA.
Yeah. Lifesteal aura for the PA. Plus damage. Armor.
And
all
Leshrac
relevant.
is actually getting fairly farmed and tanky. Double Bracer, Strength Treads, Ogre Club. This is going to be a BKB build from him.
Yeah, we haven't seen it just yet, but at some point, one or another, post-Nova, it's going to be a legit AoE damage spell in the middle of a team fight, especially when half the team is overgrowth. So, you know, we have the support effing man looking to be a big deal in this mid-game.
Alright, well, Tier 2 tower, one of the last outer towers remaining, is the next focus for Mouse Sports. And right now it's a Lifestealer Infest inside the puck, who may be the only hope for Kaipi to actually defend this, should they want to.
Here we go. They want just a Bat Rider, but can they burst him down? Defensive disruption. Bone 7's on the run. Can we overgrow? He is perched up right now, and there is an overgrowth on top. Bone 7 armor toggling. There's a Basher on top. The Bash will come through. No more armor toggle for that one. He drops low. Eternal Envy pops this BKB. Calldown's already used, but Bone 7 comes back in. He's Nightmare. I'm not too sure whether that helps him or hurts him. He comes back in. Sing Sing phase 1 hit, and looks like Calera is going to be on the run. The Bird's going to be slowing down. Do we have another Grave Chill? Soul Assumption. Bring him down low. Miguel, I think that's the target you want to go for. Blink. Orb's going to come through. The aggro's going to get dodged here, and we do see AUI perhaps in a little bit of trouble in his own right. Was that buyback from Arfata? I think he was. Mania comes back in. Defensive disruption. No, that's offensive. Hegun's going to go down. And I think it's going to be Kaipi that wins this one. They're just chasing a lot better. Yes, Flat Cannon. A stray one. Gets him as well.
4 kills picked up for Kaipi, and they also have Bat Rider buying back on top of that. So, big win for Kaipi. They even things up a little bit here after a shaky mid-game, and this is what they really needed. It was a good decent initiation from Sing Sing. He's happy just to go on the one here at the Bat Rider, and they just can't keep him alive, it feels like. Even with this defensive disruption, they have the mech, they have the living armor, but that Bat Rider just got so low. When he eventually re-engaged, it was 150. It was 150 HP when he used that lasso.
Yeah.
That was never going to end well.
For me, I see maybe we have Bat Rider going for a solo kill. I don't think he has sight of enemy. Never mind. For me, that particular team fight, I think the problem of it for Mouseport was they only had one hero that did damage, the PA. And there was a ton of AoE flying around, such that she dropped her HP fairly fast. And once she's a low HP, she's just gonna back off. And once you do back off, who's actually gonna do the damage for MouzQuant? Fata, you know, die early, like you said. And I don't think effing Matt is tanky enough to actually sustain that much damage in the teamfight to pulse Nova away. So because of PA leaving the teamfight, Kaipi just chased and killed more.
Alright, well, MouzQuant do still have their work cut out for them if they want to stay ahead in this game. They are approaching that level 16 PA. Will be the big level 3 Coup de Grace.
Cup of Grace.
Cup of Grace. I never realized it was actually... Okay. Never knew the spelling of that.
Coup de Grace?
Coup de Grace, as the American / Australians would say, because we're ignorant about culture.
We got some culture.
Australians don't. We have footy. That's what we have.
Americans don't have culture either. Maybe, I don't know. I cannot say. I'm biased.
Well, position that Kaipi are in is a lot better than it was previous that fight. Obviously, is a little bounce back. They're still behind. It's still the MouzQuantic team in control. We haven't seen any attention over Roshan yet. Do you feel with the PA, with a lifesteal, we may see an attempt on that soon?
I think they definitely can. For at least the Radiant side, they have to meet a better team fight. They're pinging right now, and Calibra is going right in. You could use a Stifling Dagger to cancel the Lincolns if that's what you're looking for to do, and get a little bit of Blink Strike attack speed in. It looks like Ogre Frostmage being sent in to do a little bit of scouting. Yep. At the same time, Kaipi could do it because they have a Medallion Courage on the Visage. So I feel that both teams have their weapons, but neither team is. Unless you team wipe the other, I don't think you have time to do it.
Well, PA is just going to try solo it. Well, they put 3 heroes mid to sort of act as a distraction. PA goes in alone. Visage Familiars, yeah. Even with this scouted out, I think they are just confident they can keep the PA alive a bit. I
don't know.
There's a blink in from Puck, but it's the Batrider's ready with a blink.
I don't think you go for PA. You go for everybody else, and that's exactly what they're doing. Mania dropping low. Can he drop off his self-disrupt? No, there isn't. And Bone 7 now looking to actually go for effing Matt. Effing Matt posting Nova away. He's going to get focused down. Here comes Eternal Envy going on Mega. Mega's dropping down half HP. You can see that PA is killing everybody, but he's just not killing them at the same rate as Kaipi's hero. And it looks like we're going to see more orbs, more silence, and there's going to be Force Stab. Not going to be enough here. Teleport back out. Yes, it will be. What a spot of a Force Staff. And I think Kaipi should be happy what they got, though.
Yeah, Fata managed to blink in before the Puck came in and grabbed the Bane there, but Bane ended up not even being needed for the fight.
Oh, Bone 7. Almost died to tower. Alarm on Tago.
T1 tower now goes down, and we're going to be seeing Bone 7 say, we need more damage. We need the ability to just kill these heroes. He's going straight into that Desolator. More minus armor. Well, to go with the Medallion, I guess. And Kaipi, they've won the last 2 team fights. They're not going to go for Roshan. They don't feel confident in their ability to do so, but they're just going to look to farm up a few more lanes. They did get it, their first tower. That's their first tower of the game. 30 minutes in.
Money back to
patience from Kaipi.
Or from Zoe. Calibra is going to be farming for what I believe to Abyssal Blade, which will help him to focus on a particular single target alongside with Batrider. So in theory, they could maybe crit down 2 heroes very quickly. At the same time, though, once Eternal Envy finishes MKB, a lot of the physical survivability would just be stripped away from that PA. Because, I mean, 35 or 40% evasion and 16 armor is nice, but MKB says, yeah, no problem. So I think MouzQuantic should take a big advantage. Somehow force a fire or do something before that MKB comes out, because it's not going to look too good once it is out.
Maybe hoping for the Batrider BKB, because he's having problems where he's getting initiated on by the Blink Puck Waning Rift, and whenever he's silenced, he can't really offer a whole lot in the fight. So the BKB, he's guaranteed an escape from that, also to negate a lot of this damage.
More initiate on the mid lane. Yeah. Mega already popped his own spells, and he is going to go get picked off as well. And that's going to mean Roshan, perhaps, because that's their big AoE team fight. No overgrowth. That will allow Lifestealer as well as the Eternal Envy to do whatever they want.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to consider going in there. There is 4 heroes still alive if they want to contest this, and they're kind of in a position where...
No mech and no living armor, no overgrowth.
Hasted Batrider. He wants to at least maybe try and be annoying here, but Fiend's Grip will ruin his day.
Yeah, I really think, I mean, we'll see what Ehom's going to do here, but I don't think storming down the Roshan pit is an option.
It's not what they're going for. Batrider's side, let's head towards just farm the enemy jungle. Get whatever farm he can get towards a BKB, and
that's a sad trade. It's like you can't get anything on the map because there's no really tower to push. And like, well, we get their jungle.
They just haven't got a good pushing lineup. Even when you look at the Leshrac hasn't actually gone for an edict build, which I think is fine given the way this game played out. But
So how do you feel about the lack of Mantisau coming up from Gyrocopter? Do you
think it's fine.
Envy's just waiting for the BKB?
Gyrocopter's a big, expensive item to farm, which does very little.
Mantisau, you mean?
Mantisau. All it does, you're only getting the item to get out of overgrowth, that's a big investment.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth it.
So it's
look at the last fight. Like, he's not even necessarily getting overgrowth off.
That's true. That's true.
And there's ways that you can keep Envy alive just during that time.
I was just reminded of that particular game. I think it was which one game? I think it was Tongfu versus Alliance during the group stage, where Tongfu was really close of taking the only game from Alliance. I'm not sure if you were watching that one, but it was a very, very, very farm Alchemist from HoW, and they were playing against, I think, EGM's Stream Protector, and he was forced to get a Manta style just on the Alchemist to debuff. But I think the clear difference between these two games is that
this is less like full-on 5v5 team fight.
Well, more importantly, I think that game, HoW was the only carry that could do any damage.
Yeah.
And Gyrocopter has backup here. I mean, AUI is a legit damage hero. Puck and Lifestealer D's are damage dealers. So Envy, if he gets overgrowth for 2 seconds, well, he gets overgrowth for 2 seconds. His teammates are doing stuff. And it looks like we're going to see finally a Vlad's finish. I'm very late Vlad's at that.
Well, it's far from over. This game, very much in the balance between these two teams, it feels like. Kaipi have had the slight edge and the momentum going their way after winning the last 2 team fights, but we're looking at a PA critting for 1,000, and if he picks up an Abyssal Blade, those crits will be hitting, looking 1,200, 1,300.
PA might get picked up.
Combine that with auras, and it's scary looking.
Ooh. The orb helps.
There's no Hex. They're going to need the grip.
Well, the BKB's going to come out, which is fine. Like, again, you force out the BKB.
Oh, is Back going to go for this? He's got a BKB.
This is a very, very poor choice to go for it. Calldown's going to get dropped as well.
Alright. They smoke up right on top of a wall. That was a questionable smoke.
They're going to go right back. Both teams just dropping spells left and right.
Well, Dire team know exactly what just happened there. That Observer was sitting on top where they smoked from. I think they jumped the gun there a bit, the Radiant side.
1 bird kill. Yeah, I mean, you say that the game is fairly even, but I feel that once the team fight breaks out, unless Kaipi misposition themselves heavily, they're going to be pretty much favored, because they have better lockdown, single target wise. AoE lockdown, obviously with Split Earth and Overgrowth and things of that nature. Radiant's pretty good at that, but I just feel that have there been a team fight where Sing Sing has not got a 2 or 3-man coil initiate? Every team fight started like that. And if it will continue to start like that, I think Kaipi is just too difficult to beat.
Yeah, and even when he's only hitting with 1 or 2 heroes, like there was one fight at the T2 mid where he only hit the Batrider, but it's fine because you kill that one hero, and without Batrider in the fight, MouzSports do not win that fight.
Right. Sing Sing doing a good job kind of finding the target. Looks like this is going to be a smoke for a tier 1 tower. They wish they could find PA in the jungle, but you know, you take what you get.
Yep. Well, they may even be baiting Envy with this. Send Familiars and Envy. The rest of the team are still hidden.
I mean, they gotta know, right?
Yeah. AUI shows himself, so they'll know most likely that this is a big 5-man sweep towards the bottom lane. Tower going to be dropped, and Kaipi, I think they just keep on pushing. Go for the tier 2 as well, unless they really want to stop this split push coming out top lane.
Yeah, Envy doesn't even have a teleport scroll, so I'm not sure how they're going to stop.
There are some TPs coming.
Okay.
There's another tier 1 to be taken.
So Envy's going to just farm the enemy jungle. He's got himself Alpha Wolf, which is not a bad late game creep if you're starting to look to do more damage. I still prefer the Ogre Frostmage to be a little bit tankier though, but that's just a personal preference.
Yeah. Well, Tower's being protected all over the map as Kaipi do not want to let anything go to the Mouse lineup. And Abyssal Blade is finished on PA.
No buyback as a result.
Yeah. I think it's at this point in the game you've only got a 4-second BKB. Holy crap! I didn't realize how often PAs use this.
I mean, he's forced to use BKB to just run away.
At this point, 4-second BKB is not going to cut it because even just heroes like Visage, Soul Assumptions is a ton of your HP as a PA. So Visage is most likely going to stay alive long enough to throw a couple, considering he has got the Gravekeeper's cloak to keep him alive.
I mean, the big concern is PA even going to actually get a kill in that 4-second? In theory, she can, right? You know. Abyssal Blade into a couple of Coupe de Grace, but you have things like Mech. You have things, I imagine, like Force Staff, and there are people hitting you, stunning you, so it's tough. There's a Fiend Script in the middle of it.
Yeah, fighting into that Fiend. He can't be super aggressive with his blinks, and otherwise he will get grabbed by that Fiend Script. We see another Infest coming into Sing Sing here on the puck, and it looks like they just want to try and use this to make sure they guarantee this top tier 1 tower, which is not being defended at all by MouzQuantic. They're just looking to farm and trade elsewhere. But what exactly are they farming for? They've got all the items that they
They're waiting.
for.
They're waiting the Aegis out, and which is going to time out in about 50 seconds now. Okay. And I'm surprised that Kaipi didn't go for the push. Maybe they don't feel confident. Go for the push on tier 2, I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't feel too confident in taking a fight without the Aegis. Meanwhile, it's a little bit of mist here coming out from Puck. Once the Aegis time out, we'll see if either team, or if the Radiant team wants to make something happen. I think whatever they had in mind is prevented by having an Aegis on Eternal Envy.
Yeah. As far as progressing further on here, the Radiant team they're set. They've got as much items as they're going to have for some time, apart from PA getting another big item. But Batrider has got his BKB now. He's got no money. Leshrac with an Ogre Club maybe looking towards a BKB, but BKB not going to solve too many problems. So I feel this Radiant team, they're not getting any stronger than they are now. And if they sit back and don't take fights, it's Kaipi who'll be out farming them. And Kaipi, there's a lot more items they can get with Envy looking for another big item. Visage has an Aghanim Scepter, can look towards whatever it may be. A Hex. Sing Sing's going to have a Hex soon. Lifestealer can go for a Bash or Abyssal Blade. I feel like the item progression is going to be much more impressive for Kaipi than MouzQuantic. So MouzQuantic just need a fight.
Yeah, at the same time, I think Kaipi could also farm a little bit better. You have Familiars farming. You can see that Eternal Envy is just not afraid to drop his call down just for farm as well. And they're safer farming as well, simply because they're better in terms of taking fights. It's Batrider that's constantly looking for these kills, and he's gone full Bone 7 Batrider. No Mask of Madness yet, though.
There we go.
They are going to find Bone 7. Immediate pick-off. Those could be grab.
They'll get Bane as well. Pylite die in all sorts of trouble. Ghost Scepter will keep him alive a bit longer, but this is the kind of fight that MouzQuantic needs.
Yeah.
They'll lose all of that PA damage from an Enfeeble, but that's fine. They can still get this tier 2 tower even with less damage on the PA, and that Enfeeble won't be lasting for too much longer.
I'm surprised people got caught by this. I mean, there's Observe Ward. Obviously, that's not the path that Batrider went in.
Do they go high ground here even?
I mean, you're going to try. You're going to eat a flat cannon or two, and then you're going to eat a... because the Flaming Lasso is down for 20 seconds. I believe this push is not going to be effective, but I say that Kaipi's not making a defense.
There's no buybacks. There's Leshrac Edict. Well,
they're afraid. They're afraid of the Lasso, even though it's down. Puck blinks in. He's going to orb back out.
Yeah.
Got to be very careful.
And back onto the tower. So there's Lasso in 5 seconds. They grab one. It's absolutely disastrous for Dire Team. If they grab Sing Sing, he's got no buyback. He's just brought a Hex.
Oh, they want Envy. Envy does have the buyback, but look at the damage output. BKB's forced out, though. He's going to buy back immediately. He could straight out TP in and make something happen. Here comes Eternal Envy. No. That is Eternal Envy coming right in.
They need to get an Overgrowth off as soon as possible on multiple heroes. Envy doing a lot of flak damage. He walks in, pays for it with it. That was not the Overgrowth you want to go for. Even if he gets that off on 4 or 5 heroes,
his team is already gone.
His team is like, dude, we're gapping it. We're getting out of here. I guess the one thing it does achieve is just making sure that none of his teammates actually end up dying. Just by
maybe it's just a suicide.
I think he knew that the chase was going to come, and Sing Sing with Blink Hex could have chased down 1 or 2 heroes. So that he buys time for his team to get out of there, and that's a good fight for MouzQuantic. They forced out a buyback coming out from Gyrocopter, slow down his item progression, and they need more of that. They need to just keep on fighting while they've got this current items of theirs, because it's not getting any better than it does look now.
Again, that team fight started in the sense that you got 2 pick-off in the jungle, and then you basically push 5v4. And 5v4, they still can't take a team fight, though. That's something that you have to be aware of. MouzQuantic, I think they are definitely weaker in a full team fight. But, you know, this game's not about team fight all the time. If you keep finding those 1 pickoffs, you can win the game.
Yep. Well, Envy, as fast and as efficiently as possible, will quite happily spam that cooldown with the 45-second cooldown. So, also pushes out this top wave faster. And at this point, creep equilibrium, very important. Pierre going to blink in bottom lane, kills off 2 familiars right off the bat. May make it 3 if he can get vision of this one, as the stun is on cooldown. So, a couple hundred gold going his way, and also Visage, a minute and a half before he can actually resummon those.
Yeah. Again, AUI loves to split push with the familiars, but a lot of times late game, sometimes you just unfortunately die to a PA blinking in, killing it for 200 gold. So.
Batrider going to start going towards a Hex. So I mentioned there's not a whole lot of item progression, but after a 1 fight and a lot of gold coming into their pockets, you start looking towards these luxury items. The Hex on the Batrider, Leshrac with a BKB.
Man, you just said that they have no item progression. Suddenly they win a team fight.
Yeah, team fight changes everything.
Yeah, they do.
Well, Batrider's just got an ultimate orb, so we're not looking towards item progression yet, and that's also at the cost of a buyback. So having plus 10 to all stats and no buyback is not always the right decision to make.
Yeah. I think the item that we're going to be looking for here for Kaipi is a finished Heaven's Halberd on a Lifestealer. That's going to be pretty big. Eternal Envy is going to be going for Satanic. I imagine a Butterfly wouldn't be too bad. Forcing a MKB out of our
has to
our PA.
Just straight up Butterfly at this point. Not finish the Satanic.
Yeah, just get the Talisman Invasion first for the extra survivability.
Well, the problem with going Talisman first is that you kind of reveal that you're going Butterfly, so it gives PA plenty of time to actually farm the MKB.
Sure, that's true.
You want to keep, I guess...
You're going to keep your 6k go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull a Mushi.
A Mushi keeps us 10k go.
10k, yeah.
And
Could hit
then
that five figures.
Yeah.
Well, both teams hovering around Roshan. With it now respawn Batrider. Need to see maybe a gem.
X on top here.
He's got Firefly though, so we can go high ground.
The grip is going to get him. The stun's going to come on top. It looks like they're going to fight right there, but here comes a blink strike. It's going to be a stun from Kalevra and Palai. It's going to be okay. BKB's out right now, and they're going to try to burst down Kalevra. Kalevra is going to blink up to the high ground. Still alive. In fact, he's going to try to kill everybody. Both 7 trying to fight Kalera. Sock still alive. Sock is going to be stunned to death. Eterna Envy with a homing missile is going to burst him down. Here comes the call down and the flag cannon. Eterna Envy says, I've shown up to the team fight. No mercy to anybody. And that is a 4-for-0 team fight and a buyback. Are they going to turn back for Roshan? I think you have to.
Yeah, at this point in Tier 2 Tower, it's just, you're not getting value out of a one team fight. You've got to go for Roshan here. Take it and just then look for these outer towers. With an Aegis on your side, you're in a fantastic position there. And the big problem there, Mouse just got split up. They had Batrider getting initiated on, and then PA went into the main fight, while the rest of the team who weren't PA were just trying to save the Batrider. And PA just got completely abandoned. 4-second BKB, just not going to cut it. And this is where you look at PA, like going towards an MKB. It feels like it needs a fresh BKB.
Yeah.
It feels like it needs a Satanic for more survivability. MKB is like glass cannon PA build, so definitely going to get, I feel, some kind of evasion on this gyrocopter. Going for a Butterfly would be a fantastic choice.
Yeah, you can't stress on how important that 10-second BKB is. If she had a 10-second BKB and she blinked to the low ground against 3 supports, she wins that. The 3 support have to run, but once the 4-second BKB ran out, they're like, oh, well then, PA is actually killable. Force Staff comes out, that's going to be huge. Not exactly huge against a Flaming Lasso, but decent against the Overgrowth. Does it? I believe it does move you around of the Overgrowth. Is that true or is it not true?
Wait, does what?
Force Staff.
You're still Overgrowth after a 4-star.
But you could get pushed away.
Yeah, you can get pushed.
Yeah, and against a PA that's trying to woman up on you, that's not too bad. Butterfly's finished, your full 6k item, and of course Heaven's Halberg's also up on Lifestealer, so suddenly a one team fight, huge item progression on the other side.
Yeah, and Kaipi, they're storm ahead as far as some big item pickups go, but the goal graph is dead even between these two teams. This game has been a nail-biter in a number of ways. A couple buybacks used in the last 10-15 minutes, which you sort of have to take into consideration as well, but that's been on like Kaipi's Eternal Envy. Batrider's used 1 or 2. And we'll see what Kaipi's plan is next with this Aegis. As a Batrider being as annoying as possible at this top lane with his split push. And Kaipi, it looks like, I think they're just happy to take it late game, play a farming game, get Envy his Satanic. They don't feel like they're in any rush to end this game.
I mean, they are ahead, but at the same time, you don't want to get it so late that sometimes there's some magical PA crits happening. And is that 3,800 gold being spent?
Yeah,
that's an MKB.
He's forced into the MKB.
Yeah.
And this is, well, it's both the solution to the gyrocopter, but also a his own downfall if he's going to get caught out, because he is so squishy. He's only got 4-second BKB, and I don't know if that's going to be enough, especially if he gets hexed up and loses all his evasion.
I mean, I just think that you have to go full glass cannon already.
Yeah.
There's just no
rely on the like Batrider catching someone with lasso or Treant getting a good ulti off.
Rely on some RNGG, because I'm not sure. I'm not sure anything else would cut it.
Oh, ward onto the high ground actually spots out a lot of these chasing heroes. Puck can go chasing.
Hex and Coil, or are they going to be using just for Mania? Mania already got the tree armor on him.
He may die here.
Oh, there's the Hex.
They go in.
PA's
here.
Right?
Overgrowth and PA? No, they're not going to go take a fight.
No, I don't think it's worth taking a fight for example, Mania. If it was Fata getting caught, maybe they take a fight, and Fata would have helped a lot more during that fight.
Alright, well, Kaipi, just a somewhat insignificant pickoff, is still looking to group up at this middle lane. Do whatever damage they can. Batrider needs to be careful. He gets scattered out picking up a DD rune.
You can see that I mean, Kaipi has been dominant in this past couple of minutes, but they can't actually go into the base, or tier 2, because they constantly have to defend. Look at Batrider, just being so annoying. Defending against us, he's going to kill the Squidwave and TP out alive.
Yep. Well, maybe at least a tier 2 tower by Kaipi at this middle lane. Slowly defend this. But the thing is, if you don't get the tower, it gets healed up.
Yeah.
Living armor.
What a spell, guys.
These side towers full HP. This middle tower is soon to be full HP. Every time you have living armors up, there's no hero who needs it. You just chuck it on a tower that's not full HP.
Sing Sing constantly looking for those pickoffs. And back in the mid lane, looks like a fight might happen. Oh, Nightmare happening. No follow-up. Here comes Envy. Do they want to grip this? Yes, they do. And if Fata, oh my god, the 3 birds get summoned. He's going to get dropped defensive. Where's the call down being dropped? Nothing just yet. Bird 1, Bird 2, Bird 3. The stuns are all there.
Yeah, no chance for a BKB escape, and that's a very, very big kill for Kaipi. Does he have buyback? He does if they decide to push. It looks like they will try and push, forcing out the buyback. Well worth it. The main thing is don't get caught out after that buyback.
Well, the tower's not full HP just yet. Living armor takes some time, and so not enough of them have been cast. This tower is going to just melt. The question is, do you go high ground? I think you do, and you force out the buyback.
And then you retreat.
And then maybe decide. I still think that Kaipi perhaps even is strong enough to go into the high ground, despite against the buyback. Well,
we'll see what kind of initiation Sing Sing here. I think that'll be the big key factor here. And Batrider's just trying to maybe bait them into initiating and then buying back, catching them by surprise. He can't go on Envy, though. He's got the Aegis.
Here comes the Leech Seed, just draining Gyrocopter's HP a bit, but Gyrocopter's got the Aegis up in the front line. Rocket Barrage gonna hit a Calevra. They're gonna hex him up, and worse, defensive disruption. It's not there. It's been used offensively, and Calevra just immediately bursts down. There's a buyback from the Batrider, but I'm not sure whether that matters. Here comes Migo getting focused. Migo, okay, alive still, but the main damage has been done, and you can see Eternal Envy just focusing on the Rax. Rax number 1's gonna go down, and 2 will soon follow. Yeah,
PA just too squishy at this point in the game, and I think they even... Well, they can't go to either of the side lanes. There's still tier 2 towers up, so at this point they just have to do a full retreat. Try not lose anyone. Don't waste the Aegis. Push out top and bottom lane, because top lane's actually taking a ton of damage.
That Batrider,
awkward.
Man. That Batrider was so damn annoying. It was living armor on melee creeps that were tanking, that were pushing like crazy. That is
the living armor split push.
You know, I joked about it in
They're re-engaging mid, though.
Uh-oh, here we go.
The Blink Hex was on the creep. They didn't Hex Miggle. They Hex the creep. Sing Sing with a bit of a misclick. He's going to silence Miggle here. It looks like they want to fight regardless, knowing that PA's not alive. Nice split earth onto Bone 7.
The rocket being set up, though. The silence...
20 seconds on Aegis, too, so Kaipi will have noted down that time and should just back off. No, they're not going to be able to use this Aegis and, well, farm things out. Wait for the next Roshan if they need to, or... just try and push these out of tier 2 towers. I feel at this point, without it, they can still fight without Aegis, just because of how squishy this PA is.
They definitely are. I think what MouzQuant is looking for, a key mistake coming out, smoke of the seed. This is exactly what you want to do. Last time when they picked up Highlight Die as well as Bone 7 in jungle, they were able to force a decent fight up top, force a couple of buybacks. So you send one person to basically defend. Mania's a good target because he can't really do too much in the... No, they don't go for it. They don't go for it. Only 2 smoke gang. Do they have boots travel on Bat and PA?
Yes. Bat does. PA does not.
Oh no.
He's gone the Bone 7 build with the Mask of Madness.
Yeah, Sing Sing just scouted out. Ooh, the silence comes out. No detection. Here comes the overgrowth. Where's the grip? The silence.
Where's the PA? They need the burst damage to follow this up. Bone 7's just going to start life stealing off of Miggle. Miggle without Ghost Scepter may just go down
Abyssal
here.
Play time. Where's the Abyssal? There you go.
There we go. And PA has arrived at just the right time.
Heaven's Halberg and Bone 7.
Dang. He's trying to force out the BKB. No BKB needed, and they do kill off the lifesteal here. Getting a good kill. Mouse Sports.
Yeah, because top tower is so low, or top Rax is so low, if you get a good team fight, you can, in theory, to kind of go for a Hail Mary push and get a Rax. Which, I think they need to get multiple Raxes to be in a winning position. And you can see that Sox is on his way top.
Yeah. Sox going to just farm some action on the way. He needs to get that MKB up, and at this point I feel they're in a position where you can't even just save for buybacks. You need to get these key items up whenever possible. Having an MKB will help tremendously against the Gyrocopter and even the Lifestealer. He's got evasion coming in from the Heaven's Halberd.
And he sold it. Okay, maybe misclick? I don't know what he's trying to do.
Considering getting an Abyssal Blade? I think it was like, oh, do I get an Abyssal Blade? And it was like, his team's like, no, get a Satanic, you idiot. That's how I see that going down. Curtis Ling would have just like stomped his foot on that one and could be like, why are you getting Basher? Like, what is this?
Sometimes you gotta
Curtis Efficiency Ling.
You sometimes just gotta go deep.
Well, we saw that yesterday with his double Divine Rapier with the Mask of Madness, like, and his courier bringing around the Helm of the Dominator.
Jackie YOLO Mao.
Well, Curtis Efficiency Ling will have something to say about that.
Yo, you see yesterday when Efficiency Ling wasn't playing Visage? I know who wears the pants on the team. Let's be honest here.
That's because he was off being efficient on Enigma. That Enigma and Chen had some of the highest GPMs you've ever seen.
That indeed was true.
So
that's true.
He was like, look, I know my place. Gotta go off and be efficient. Get that value.
Well, it looks like we have Gyrocopter farming in the enemy jungle. I still think that MouzQuant definitely could still win this game, but it's gonna have to come from the mistake. of Kaipi. And here we go, Mask of Madness. We've seen it. The full circle came around. Bone 7 Dota, guys.
How do you beat Bone 7? Throw a bit of his own medicine here coming out from Fata. And that's going to slow down the Hex here, but I think he just realized he really needs to find a pick-off and then pull them the hell away as far as possible from the rest of the team. If you catch someone like Envy and pull him a good 2-3k range away from his team, you suddenly maybe win a team fight.
Yeah, you got to burst him down during the duration of that, because if he ever pops BKB after the lasso with a Satanic...
You got Abyssal.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. You
save your Abyssal.
Save your Abyssal.
For
okay,
like your BKB if you need.
Okay. Speaking of which, Envy's working on a very healthy BKB. He's got 7 seconds still.
Yes.
So, earlier I talked about needing to use the BKB to debuff the Overgrowth, but it's like you said, the Overgrowth half the time isn't even dropped on Envy. And the tree on the front line without a Blink Dagger or a Force Staff is just dropping, your 2-man Overgrowth for value.
Well, Roshan respawning in 30 seconds, and that'll be the big focus point for these two teams. I don't know if the Radiant team can contest Roshan. I feel like they almost need to, but with just a 4-second PA BKB, unless they get like a really good catch-up by Fata on this Batrider, it's going to be so hard for them.
They're doing a good job extending the game, and when you extend the game like this, you don't know what could happen in there. Like, perhaps there's this one fight where PA gets 5 Cryptic Ground in a row and you win the team fight, then suddenly the game gets a little bit awkward. So I think they're playing what they need to play, but here comes Bone 7, Firefly, Mask of Madness.
The pings are there, the Dire Ward does see him. The fire on the low ground as well. And they're pinging their own secret shop, so they have a vague idea of what's going on here. They're also going to have to defend this bottom creep wave. So, Visage, AUI 2000, he's there for that.
Maybe he's going to get initiated on. You don't jump on AUI, right? It's
I don't
not
think
worth
so.
the lasso.
I love this. They're actually using the Nature's guys here, the Radiant team, sorry.
Just have the
with
team Nature's guys. Miko cancels his TP again. I think that was... Oh, maybe it was intentional.
Leaves this farm for the Batrider, and everyone needs to back off. As soon as Batrider TPs, the problem is everyone needs to back off at the same time. How do they stop Roshan from happening? I don't think they can.
That's the advantage of having a Rax. I mean, if you look at the top lane, it's AI efficiency's lane pushing with 3 familiars. That's going to draw another more focus. And here we go, Roshan Pit. There's no medallion being procced on him just yet, but I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, well... No Radiant contestant coming on. No attempt at Aegis steal as well, which is going to be saying not really possible apart from the Batrider. And
there's Cheese.
Cheese, Aegis.
Not for Maj.
Aegis for E-Summer. Cheese going the way of Puck. Alright.
Okay. Now we just go, right? Now with 7 lives on your hero, in theory, you just go for the win.
I think so. You've got all the items you could need. The one thing they're missing is the Assault Cuirass on lifesteal, which is his next item, but I don't think it's saying they're necessarily missing. It's more like a, hey, this is like the icing on top of the already fantastic cake.
Are they going to eat the cake, though? Is this a trap? Was the cake a lie? We'll see. We'll see what Sock have to say about it. I'm still waiting for that team fight with 5 Cryptic Ra, but he's a little bit busy fighting birds. These birds are fighting back.
He needs to be careful not to get caught out, because if he dies, it's all over. He doesn't have enough money for a buyback, at least not right now.
Yeah, checking out buyback here. We have Batrider having one, and that's it. That's the only person on the Radiant side that has buybacks.
Okay, the push coming down the top lane, and this is Kaipi looking to seal the deal, tighten the noose, and end MouzSports' misery here.
Nature's Guy's being used, Mask of Madness being activated. He missed. No, he found Eternal Envy. Keep in mind, he's got BKB. He's pulled all the way back to the tier 4. Overgrow being used as well, but he BKB and Satanic and goes to work. Everybody just melts. Mania's gonna get chopped off as well, and that's GG.
PA did not stand a chance in that fight. GG gets called by Fata, and that's going to be it. As Kaipi, they even things up. 1 game apiece.
Envy was like, thanks for the free initiate.
Yeah, right in the middle of everyone, just so he could like flack everyone.
Yep.
I don't know what else they could have done at that point.
Was it the draft, or was it the PA pick that went too late?
I feel like the draft was okay, but they just gave Kaipi a few too many openings in the mid game because they were starting to get ahead. MouzSports had the early game lead.
Yeah.
And then it just, Kaipi 2 good fights in a row, and suddenly everything kind of just fell apart, and you could see it was the the Lifestealer Infest initiations that really sort of got Kaipi back in the game. He had some great initiations. Envy was packing heat, and
yeah, I think the gank really spoke how this game went, because at the beginning when Mouse eHome was doing well, it was Shadow Demon Track just roaming through lanes, getting a ton of kills. And then the mid game came, and there was Sing Sing with Leshrac having a better two-man ganking combo, getting those kills.
In the mid game, you have like a Shadow Demon, Leshrac, Treant Protect. Having those three heroes, you just don't have damage output.
Yes.
Leshrac maybe, but this is all support Leshrac, not a farming Leshrac. They needed a solo mid with a proper initiation. I don't even having a Blink Dagger wouldn't have really helped there because there's so many ways like you can BKB out. So I feel it was in a little ways the draft. I feel their draft just didn't have any room for error. They had to win the early game, get ahead, and start snowballing. As soon as Kaipi come back, as soon as they're on equal terms, I feel that's where the draft doesn't have enough firepower in the late game.
Yep.
All right. That concludes game 2. Kaipi and MouzQuanticFlip Zone sets eHome. Tie things up 1-1. We'll take a look at where this puts us in Group A. I believe Kaipi have firmly solidified themselves a top 1 finish. Now they're 7-1, I think, is their final score. So no one can catch them. They're 7-1. Kawa's panicking. There we go. He's got his updated group stages, and no one can catch Kaipi at this point. They finished off the group. They're first place. Fight for second place will continue. Both Cascade as well as MouzQuanticFlip side can get that spot, and they're actually the last game of today. We're going to have